Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Outdoor Moxie. Today we're going to take a look at the Gravely ProTurn 460 zero-turn motor. Now this ProTurn 400 series comes in several different models, from a 452 all the way to a 472. All of that's based on the width of the mower deck as well as the engine type. So for this particular ProTurn 460, it comes in a model with a Kawasaki motor, which is an air-cooled motor, as well as a Kohler EFI and a Yamaha EFI. Now this particular mower that we have here today is the Kawasaki engine, which you can see here. Now this Kawasaki engine is a 35 horsepower as opposed to the 33 horsepower of the Kohler EFI and the Yamaha EFI. But I've done a lot of research on these engines, test drove this one, and just really like the Kawasaki motor itself. Now the displacement on this particular model is 999 cc's. It comes with a 13.4 gallon fuel tank. Now, what's nice about this is there's a fuel tank fill on this side, and this black section here is part of that fuel tank. And then you walk over here, and there's another section right here with another fuel tank, and everything gets switched over by that little lever down there. So it's really easy. Just switch it from the right tank to the left tank. Some people may put some stabilizer in it, over the winter. Some may drain it. I'm just going to put some stabilizer in it so that it doesn't, get frozen up over the winter time. But again, it's a 13.4 gallon capacity. So this is a mower that you can definitely get a lot of time in on, before you'd have to fill it back up. The ground speed is about 13 miles an hour in going forward. Gosh, I tell you, I think that to me it's more like 20, but the book says it's 13 miles an hour. But at any rate, it goes plenty fast. The deck is made of 7-gauge steel with 1/4-inch spindle reinforcement. Okay, and there's 3 spindles. Let's see, what else can I tell you here before we get into, again, this one is a 460. The 60 stands for the cutting width, so this is a 60-inch deck. Okay. The cutting positions, the cutting heights, range from 1 inch to 5.5 inches, and there's actually 19 different cutting positions. So I'll show you how easy that is to change that out. Shift from cutting height to cutting height. Let's see, what else can I tell you? These are radial turf tires. These things are pretty awesome. Some people will add some weight to them. I'm not adding any weight to them. I do have a few hills on my property, but I'm not going to be adding any weight to them. The overall width of the mower is about 63 inches. If you have this chute out, which the chute is, directs the clippings, then you're looking at about 75 inches with that. And then, let's see, what else can I share with you? This mower comes with a 5-year, 1,500-hour commercial warranty on the unit itself, and there's no hour limit on the first 2 years. And then the deck and shell, the deck, shell, and frame has a lifetime limited warranty. Now it comes with a lot of different attachments. I'm not going to get into that, but there's all sorts of attachments and accessories, from mulching kits to trailer hitch kits, headlight kits, striping kits, 3 bucket baggers, you name it. So let's get into some of the specifics here on this particular mower. So one of the really nice things about this mower, and there's several, is the deck itself. And one of the reasons why I went back to a zero turn and chose this particular model is because of the way that the deck moves. And instead of like on some of the other brands, the deck is affixed and it doesn't float in essence, this deck actually floats, so you get a much smoother cut, especially on rough terrain. But one of the things that's really nice is you can actually access the belts very easily, okay, from the side. You can also lift up this panel here and you can access the belts on here. And this has a belt tension system set up so that there's always tension on the belts, which I think is really good. But what made this real easy to clean after I get done mowing is I can lift this up and actually blow all this out. But if I ever had to change any of the belts, this is extremely easy to get to. Now, the mower deck has a nice little step here, and I don't feel like I'm, really, I'm a pretty big guy. I can put quite a bit of weight on here, and it doesn't even feel like the deck's moving at all. So that was pretty nice. You get up in here into the ride, you've got a little bit of traction here for the foot, for your feet, but notice this cutout here. This cutout here is to help with reducing vibration, which is another nice feature. Something else that a lot of people really like is this comes with an air ride support suspension for the seat, so you can make adjustments to it, so it's like riding on air, so that when you get really bumping, moving along, you can absorb those hits pretty well. Has a parking brake, okay, and essentially the two bars to control forward and backwards. I mentioned the chute, real simple one-handed adjustment. You can pull it down, put it back up, and it locks in place. Again, you're able to easily access some of those belts down there. Now, what's really nice about the cutting system to be able to switch gears is, or switch heights, is simply just you have this dial here where you can dial in to different heights. And it's super easy to do. Then all you have to do is engage kind of the brake here on that. There's a release button, and what it does is then lowers the deck. To bring the deck back up, all you have to do is push on this button. It pulls the deck right back up, so it's super simple to do. Come over here on some of the controls. Of course, you got your key switch here. Have your choke, your throttle. Okay, you have a gauge system here. That's on this tank over here. Similar on the one on the other side, so you can gauge how much fuel is still in your tank. Here's the knob to engage the PTO. Simply pull up or push down to disengage. And then you'll see here an hour gauge, which this mower I actually got used, and it's only got 9.1 hours. On the mower, I think I got it with 4.6. So I essentially got a brand new mower for the price of a used one. So there are some controls down below and on the sides to adjust the seat. Of course, you got arm rests that come down, come back up, seat belt. You got your rollover protection system. This does come out with these knobs here. You can just simply fold it over. You can tell by the size here that it's not as tall as the big tractor that I used to have, and it easily fits into the shop for storage. So that's also nice. It doesn't take up as much room. But this rollover protection system just has these pins that you can do, pull out and just pull on the knobs, pull it down towards you. It's very easy to do. Some of the other features in terms of oil, some of the coolants, very easy to access, and that's another thing that I really liked, especially compared to the big tractor that I used to have. With that big tractor, it was hard to get to some of those sometimes, or just a little bit awkward place, but certainly easy to do on here. You know, I did not get a hitch kit down below. I was thinking about doing that, but I was getting too antsy to mow this year to get started because I was already at a height with the grass that I needed to mow, and you know, I just went ahead and got the mower here and got started. So let's take a look and let's see how some of this looks from the operator's point of view. So as you can see from the operator's point of view, it's pretty open. You know, there's nothing in the center like a console that you have to straddle, which is different than some of the other mowers out there. Lot more comfortable, especially when you've got, you know, I've got almost 4 acres here at the house that I mow alone, and when you get to mowing that much, you know, you do want to stretch out your legs a little bit, move them a little bit. Kind of having that center console in the middle by some tractors limits some of that movement. But when I was talking about that mower height, it's as simple as setting your height, okay, and then pushing on this pedal down below, shifting this locking mechanism back, and the deck moved down. And if I want to pull the deck up for transport, all I got to do is push on the deck, it locks, and now it's back up. So pretty easy to do, just essentially with my right foot, and if I'm changing heights and things with my you know, my right hand as well. So it's super simple to do. So as you can see, this mower really moves, and I know this video clip is sped up a bit, but you can go really fast and still maintain a very good cut on your grass. You know, that floating deck allows it to be a nice cut, and still you're making really good time with the mowing. And you can see here, going around obstacles, pretty easy to do. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea about this Gravely Pro 460 zero-turn mower. I actually had two different tractors. I had a John Deere 738 and I had a John Deere 2032R with a 72-inch deck, and I ended up coming back to this zero-turn. Yeah, it's pretty fast, but like every zero-turn mower, you got to be careful how you turn around. You don't want to pivot on a wheel because you'll tear up your yard. But what I really liked is just the quality of cut. So that'll do it for now on this review. Hope you can join us next time on Outdoor Moxie. Thanks.